this work? Oh, we're live. Okay, cool. All right. Didn't know that. So, next step. Oh no. This is bad. 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 Oh no. How do I do that? Well, how do I... Well, where did it go? Wow. Are you kidding me? Wow. Okay. There is no host. Wow. Okay. That was scary.
Your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2. To start your show now, press 1. To hear important instructions, press 2.
Since it appears you're calling back into a live show, we are reconnecting you now.
Hi, everybody. You're listening.
Your show will go live in 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Blog Talk Radio.
Hi, everybody. You're listening to the Uranus Happens Show here live on Blog Talk Radio. Wow, I'm sorry. I'm having just all kinds of technical difficulties tonight as I'm trying to get the live stream set up for this show. This is a very new space that's quite exciting for me, really. What we're going to be doing is we're going to have a live stream now, so you can actually see me while I talk. So I'm just trying to figure out where the heck that even went, and then we should be good. So just bear with me for a couple of minutes, and then I'll be back with you shortly, and then we can start taking some free live readings. I'm also going to be catching up with Mindy, one of our subscribers here. I'll be calling her shortly. So just hang on while I try to figure out how to get to my show, because I don't know where this live stream is. Okay, all right, so I see us. I do see us there. Where did that go? Oh, that would make a difference, wouldn't it? Okay, yeah, just give me a moment. I think I figured out what was going on here. All right, yes, here, I was in the wrong account. There we go, that's what I like to see now. I think I'm going to find it. All right, cool. Where did it go? No, not that. Yes, this is okay. I'm excited. I think I found it. Okay, all right. Sorry, everybody. I think I got this all set up here. Just to let you know, I know I scheduled this for a 1-hour slot, but I'm going to stay here for a while since I haven't been on in about 4 months. So I'm going to spend some time with you today just to get this taken care of. Really want to kind of figure out some of these technical issues. In the future, I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing a weeknight show, but I do know for certain that I'm going to be back on Saturday nights at 11 p.m. Arizona time. So we're going to be doing a late night show, and I'll be back with you guys then. So I do want to kind of get off here and get into some of our free live readings. So let's take a look. I just want to say hi to a couple of our subscribers, Patricia and Tamika out there listening on the line. I do want to thank you for joining me again. I'm going to be with you guys shortly. Now, the other thing that I wanted to mention too was that if you do... Okay, so I just copied a live stream link into our show description here. If you go to that link, then you'll actually be able to watch the show, everything that's on my screen from what you're seeing here on this end. So what I can tell you about this is that, you know, I've been having some interesting conversations with myself about IT issues because I'm not an IT guy myself, so I don't know a whole lot about these things, but I think I got it set up. We'll figure things out along the way. I do want to get off to our free live readings. However, I see we have a new caller here on the line from area code 650. And remember, for anybody who's on the line listening to us, if you want to guarantee your spot in line, since I believe that the listening room or the screening room only has room for 10 calls, if you want to guarantee that you're next, go to paypal.me/Uranus happens and just send me a tip of $5 and along with your phone number, and that'll get you next into the reading queue. I'll give you a call as soon as I'm finished up with the person that's on the line. So if you want to guarantee that you get on tonight, then it's just $5. paypal.me/Uranus happens. Now we're going to get to our first live caller of the night, who is going to be from area code 650. Hello, are you there with me?
Yes, I am. Thanks for taking my call.
For sure. May I have your name and date of birth, please?
Sure. It's Sonia, and my date of birth is 10/30/1963.
10/30/1963. All right, at what time?
At 2:30 p.m.
All right, and where were you born?
Okay, so I was born in India in a city called Aligarh.
Okay, I did find it here. I'm glad that our software, our Atlas is one of the worst in the whole planet. But I'm glad that it had your city, so that's great. Okay, so got it. I'm going to pull you up here, and how'd you find me tonight? Just by browsing on BTR?
Yep, that's it. Yeah, first-time caller.
Okay, great. Well, it's great to have you on the air with us tonight. Be sure to subscribe, like, and share it. Of course, go over to eastrologer.net once you're done and leave me a review. Let me take a look at kind of what's going on here tonight. Now, it does take me a moment to sort of break this down here on the screen. I don't know if you're watching the live stream on YouTube, but this is your chart that I'm showing here. Do you see that at all?
Yeah.
All right, no worries.
No, I'm not watching.
If you want to pick it up later again, you can go back to the show description page and then or just find my channel out on YouTube and you can watch the live stream. But what I'm showing you here right now is sort of like the arrangement of your chart and sort of what's happening in your life right now. So let me take a look at a couple of things. Sure, there. Okay, I just got... What is that? No.
You have an echo.
I know. All right, so I have an echo on the line, I guess. So let me turn my gain down just a second here. Okay, so I think that should do it now. Was there a death in your life recently, Sonia?
Not a physical death. But there was a loss, a significant loss.
Right. Yeah. That's maybe not a death, but like a loss, separation. You know, something where you were like a serious relationship came to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, and I'm showing that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Was this? Would you say that there was like some love feelings involved with this?
Yes.
Yeah. So I mean, it's like this. I hate to say it, but you know, like the relationship itself, I don't think was really destined to work out. But what I will say is that this is an experience or a person that you were just sort of meant to have, truly, just because you know, you've got some personal changes that you need to make in terms of your own worldview and how you're seeing things, and how you're kind of going about dating people or, you know, meeting people, whatever the subject was. You're going to be doing that a little bit differently because this person touched you in such a way that it kind of shook you up on the inside and made me realize, you know, I really can do a lot better. And I think I'm going to push myself to do that because I'm sick and tired of getting the same results. Would you say that's true?
Say that again. I'm sick and tired of what?
Just doing it the old way and getting the same results. You're ready for something to try it a new way.
Sort of. Yeah, I would think so. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. I do think that one of the things that is going to be happen. Have you had a career change recently?
No, I'm looking for something new.
Okay, I think that you're going to have like a major career change probably in maybe about another year or so. And that's going to be a very different direction than where you're going right now. And you don't even really have the information to be able to process that yet. But I will say this, that because we do know that you're going to be going through a major career change in the near future, and I want to say that this person, this relationship, this separation that you went through recently, that it ties in some way to do with the let me see, with, I want to say like customer service, let's say, kindness, perhaps, if you want to use that word. That's a little bit of a stretch, but it really deals more with the specific way that you handle conflicts or difficult scenarios, and that this person taught you something about that. And again, this is not really sinking in right now because the profound change is going to be coming down the road pretty soon here. But for right now, you're just sort of still processing what all just happened and how this and what this all really means to you. So,
Okay.
I mean, are you involved with a church or a spiritual group of people at all?
Not currently.
Not currently, because of the pandemic, I'm sure. All right. Let me take a look at a couple more things here. All right. So, do you have a specific question for me that I could take a look at?
Yeah, it was actually more in terms of like when I would find a job and perhaps relocate.
Yeah, I think the job is going to be about another year, and that'll probably be a job that's not where you're living currently. So it would be like a position that would inherently involve relocation. And that's about another year or so away. So we've got some time with that one. And the big thing that I want to tell you right now is this is going to sound a little bit obscure, but really focus on how you interact with other men, because the job that you're going to take is going to have to deal with another man, and it's going to be a man that is going to be somewhat, I guess, delicate. Well, not even really delicate. It's more just, this is somebody who needs a lot of attention. They're very sort of, I guess, fastidious. They need to have things done a certain way, like just sort of very anal retentive personality. And it's sort of at this exact moment in time, it's a major clash in your worldviews and way you do life in terms of your persona. So this is somebody that you could not work for today in time. And I think that this is a man, this is your employer that will be coming to you in the future. But as of right now, we just really have to focus on how you get along with other men, if that's an issue for you, in what areas, and also a little bit of secretarial work would go a long way too.
Mm. And do you see anything about relationship?
Okay, a relationship, that's going to take me some time to break down, but at the bare minimum, what I will say, what's stand out to me is, you're making a new friend sometime soon. And I don't think that's a romantic connection. I think it's just that somebody for you to pal around with and call up when, you need somebody to talk about things with. So I do think a new friend is coming down the way for you, and that'll be nice because that's always somebody to talk to. My personal viewpoint is, friends are the relationships that we never had. And they're really sort of more important to me, but I'm not a relationship guy myself. So, that's just sort of my perspective. But what I'd say is, a new friend is coming, and I want to say that this is a new friend that you're going to be doing some type of like religious, spiritual work. It's going to be something along those lines, and it's going to help to elevate your persona to the next level.
That makes sense. Great. I appreciate that. Thank you.
All right, for sure. Well, be sure to give me a call back in the near future and let me know how it turns out. And be sure to subscribe, like, and share.
Thanks very much. Take care.
Absolutely. You do the same. Take care. Good night. Okay, so we are going to get to our next caller here. who is going to be, just a moment. Okay, all right, so we're going to get to our next caller here, who's going to be from area code 805. Let me just a moment. Hi, you're on the Uranus Happen Show. May I have your name and date of birth?
Oh, thank you. Hi, this is Donna. My date of birth is April 22nd, 1954.
4/22/54.
Yes.
At what time?
2:50 p.m. in Flushing, Long Island, New York.
New York, all right. There we go. Wait, there it is. All right, okay. Okay, there we go. I got you. So I hear you are. No, why are you? Don't do that to me. No, don't do that. Sorry, my system is screaming at me and telling me I can't do something that I want to do. So that's a problem. Well, now it's still screaming at me, so I can't do that either. All right, let's try that again. There it goes. Perfect.
Yay.
All right, so come on. Why are you doing this? This is so odd. There, now it went. That was stupid. Okay, great. So, how are you doing tonight?
I'm good, thank you. Ate too much today, but other than that,
What did you have for lunch?
I had shrimps, delicious grilled shrimps at the Lure restaurant with coleslaw and those sweet potato fries, like yams. Yeah, and it was very nice. It was lovely. Nice hot bread, and yeah, it was for my birthday. My friend took me out. You know, my birthday was on the 22nd, so she took me out for a real nice lunch.
Well, that's real nice. Donna, hey, so are you disabled?
Yeah. I'm disabled, yes. I had nervous breakdowns growing up, and yeah, but now I'm 67, but yeah, right, I have to take medicine, but other than that, I just have to keep it low stress, kind of.
Yeah, so I would imagine that work is probably something that's somewhat challenging for you.
No, actually, no, it's okay. You know, I'm a companion to a blind man, and then I help my 85-year-old neighbor with everything.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
you know, well, I mean, let me rephrase. A regular, like, 8 to 5 government corporate job, like something along those lines, you would kill yourself. Yeah, that's definitely not in the cards for you. So, caretaking, though, you know, like, that's where you're really going to find your happiness in life. That alleviates a lot of the mental distress that you feel, right? When you help other people and get out of yourself.
Oh, I love helping other people. Yeah.
See, you and I have that in common, and that's one of the reasons why I'm an astrologer, is because, you know, I have a lot of difficulties myself. I'm physically disabled, and so the thing about all of this is that I could either go out into the world and make all kinds of problems for myself by doing stupid things because I think it's fun, or I can help other people resolve their problems by using the spiritual gifts and talents that I have, which is what I choose to do. So it sounds like in your case with by helping out, you know, the elderly and other disabled people, that this is where, you know, you channel a lot of that positive energy for you, where it could actually be quite emotionally distressing to where you just can't take it anymore. So, I mean, this is just a very basic fact about you as a person, Donna, is that, you know, when you get out of yourself, then a lot of your own issues tend to melt away and don't even become part of the picture.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah, so one thing that, are you being rejected by somebody right now romantically?
No, I don't have anyone in my life.
Okay, so it's just you then.
Just me. I don't have kids or anything. Yeah.
Are you trying to, like, get into a new group of people, or trying to get out and meet other people? Have you my question is like, what have you been doing as far as breaking into new people, because I really get a strong sense that somebody or something is either blocking or rejecting you with regard to a man or a job.
Well, I just joined a new church, and I'm going to take my blind friend there on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he'll enjoy the music and all. And yeah, and I don't really. Most of my friends have moved away, and I have friends that live in Hawaii and Naples, Florida, and Texas, and I talk to these friends on a regular basis. But I would like to meet someone. I'd like to have a companion, a male companion. So I'm hoping, I'm putting the energies into myself. I'm swimming every day. I'm walking. I'm watching what I eat, and to feel good, I'm meditating and walking at the ocean, in the water, and I'm just putting the energy into myself that hopefully I will meet someone.
Well, the one thing that I'm going to tell you, I don't mean to patronize you at all, as far as meeting somebody. Let's start small. Get a dog, get a cat, a turtle, whatever pet it is that makes you happy, whatever your spirit animal is. Let's start there, because I'm of the belief that, like myself, I probably would be terrible as a father to like a kitten or a puppy or something like that. Probably my big fantasy in life is to own a golden retriever. Like Marley and Me style.
Oh, love that dog.
That is my dream. But, that's more of a pipe dream than it is anything else, because let's be honest, I'm lazy. I'm not going to take the dog for a walk. So a lot of that's just kind of like rolling the dice on me as a pet owner. So that's not a great idea. But, perhaps in the future, like if I were going to get serious about wanting a mate or a partner or a family, then yeah, I would definitely go down that route. Because, if I am unable to show love to another animal, another creature, then how in the heck am I going to do that to another human being? So I'm of the belief that, let's just practice our love skills in a small way and do it with pets, because, animals always love us. They're always faithful and lovely.
Google, when you get a chance, Google golden retriever at 9/11. You're going to be amazed at what this golden retriever did.
Okay.
It'll come up on Google, and it's the best story. The dog's name is Daisy.
I'm going to have to look into that. That's funny, because that was my Taylor's dog's name when she used to work a number of years ago. Daisy. I like that.
Oh. Nice. Yeah, they don't allow animals where I'm renting.
Oh, okay.
I rent an apartment.
Yeah.
Santa Barbara. It's real nice here, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't allow animals. But I do house sit for my friend, and she has a cat and a dog, and I enjoy doing that. And then I house sit for my brother when he goes on his trips abroad, and he has 2 little dogs. And yeah, I like animals. I was in a 12-year relationship with a man, and we traveled quite a bit, different countries, and we scuba dived, and we went sailing and kayaking, and we did a lot of things, but he drowned.
Wow.
So after him, I didn't meet anybody else. Huh?
He
He was drinking at a bar.
Was that sort of a scarring experience for you?
Scarring? Well, we had broken up for about a year, and then the accident happened where he drowned. He had a drinking problem, and it just became too much for me. It drains me too much. Someone drinking, and it was too much. But he was a kind soul, and he had some great qualities. That was just one of them that was hard to tolerate, the drinking,
Well, yeah, drinking
But
really
other than that,
changes
he was
people.
Lovely.
Yeah, so I think that, like relationship-wise, you're probably going to have a man come into the picture, and I want to say that he's probably even going to be a little bit older. You may even want to, in your case, you might even want to say that this is somebody that, like, you would probably meet like in your apartments. They would truly be like right there at your disposal. Somebody that you would be very easy to, come by and visit with. But, I just want you to be aware that it may seem a little bit more like I'm kind of caretaking for this guy and I have feelings for him, and that's confusing. I would tend to think that it's going to be more along those lines, that a caretaker or, an elderly disabled man, something along those lines, that's where the relationship is going to spark, and it's going to create some confusion for you, because I think of the whole boundary issue of, is this really right? Do I need to fill out some paperwork to make this go away so I can do this? But you're just the big thing that I want you to focus on right now is just focus on being friends with people. It's really unbelievable how human beings in the world just seem to think that because somebody shows a little ounce of kindness that instantly means that you want to jump their bones. I don't know where we get that from as human
No.
beings. I truly don't. It's like I'm sorry, I'm not
Yeah.
interested in you. I don't want to screw you. I just want to be your friend. I just want to talk to you. And I think that that's going to be the relationship is going to be that at first you're just going to become very good friends and just sort of talk, and it's going to be small, and I really think that they will be in your environment, and it will more than likely be a disabled or an elderly man who's I want to say looking for God, or at least spiritual in some sense, and that's going to be the thing that really sort of attracts you to them. Is it's like their sense of connection to the divine, and makes you realize that that it's not just about being their friend. It's about being their friend and also enriching your spiritual self.
I like that. Yeah.
So I mean, that's where I think you're headed, and new friends, all of that's all in the picture right now too. So whenever you have like a new relationship, a friendship is a type of relationship. So these are all things that are very hot in your life right now. I mean, I know the pandemic makes it weird, and California is one of those places that you never really know what's going to happen politically one day from the next. So like the if you can get out and get around other people, or I got into Discord recently, which is an online platform. If you really want to do some digging, Discord is a platform where people can chat with each other and have webcams, and it's basically like virtual dating. You can make friends from all across the world, and actually by using Discord, I got some of my gamer contacts to help me out set up the show on the live stream tonight. So that's another great option that's available to you. So I really want to see you getting out there, though, because this is the time that people are going to start to see you, Donna, as the person that they haven't seen before, as the person who really does love and care for them, and they just appreciate your company.
Yeah, I like that. Discord, is that Discord? I can Google that.
Yeah, exactly as it sounds. There's an app for your phone, and they have a desktop version. But Discord, yeah, that's where you can chat with people from all around the world for any interest group of your choice. So like there's pets, there's dating, there's sex, there's porn, there's games, there's everything on the planet that you can talk about. You can do it on Discord.
Nice. Do you see me traveling? I'm pretty much a world traveler. I've done a lot of traveling. That's one thing I did throughout my lifetime. I traveled to different countries. I lived with the Indian tribes in the jungles of Ecuador, and I'd like to go traveling again. That's my dream, like meeting someone and just taking off. I can live in a suitcase. I'm not attached to anything.
Okay, so you just want to know, like, if you're going to get out and travel and see things again?
Yeah. I don't want to rough it like I did when I was younger. As you get older, you kind of like the niceties. You like a warm shower and stuff.
You like running water, electricity, places where you can read the menu, right? Okay, so I think travel-wise, you're probably going to go on a trip. It'll be this year that you're going to go on a trip, and I think that the nature of the trip is going to have to deal with like spiritual healing and medicine. We'll call it that. Like if let's say that the person that you travel with, you guys are going to go on some type of like spiritual vision quest, or search, scavenger hunt, whatever, to look for some special ailment or remedy for an ailment that somebody's dealing with. It's going to be, I want to say that it's kind of like Final Fantasy, in the sense that you get to go out and explore and find things that are really cool, like in when you were younger. I want to say it's along those lines, but let's not get too freaky, because remember, there is a virus out there.
Exactly.
But yeah, it is good. It is going to be this year. So if you've gotten your vaccination, then by all means go ahead. I mean, let me be honest with everybody who's listening to the air on the air right now. Once the vaccine it kind of takes its toll, and that's been out there a lot more time, if there really is a war, it's probably going to come down to the haves and the have-nots, which is defined by the vaccine. So if it is true that the U.S. would go to war with China more than likely in the near future, and our borders spontaneously open up to all countries, if you are vaccinated, we're coming down to like the very, very last chance when you can get the heck out of this country before it's closed up. I don't know when it's going to close up again for good in a very insidious, evil kind of way. I wouldn't expect that for another 5 to 8 years, but it is coming. So if anybody on the line is thinking about getting out of the country, this is a very ripe time to do it, especially with the vaccine.
Wow, you mean permanently leave the country?
Yeah, like remember when Donald Trump got elected, all the celebrities that said I'm going to Canada, like one of those kinds of things.
Oh, okay. Now California has the lowest amount of COVID right now of any other state. We're pretty good here.
California is also, well, Texas to an extent would probably be the most likely to secede from the union. Also,
What's that mean?
like they just decide we don't want to be part of the federal government. We're going to be our own country on this little island over here that we don't need you guys.
Oh, okay. Wow. I'm kind of dependent on the government a little bit with Social Security and stuff like that, though.
Yeah, I know. That's why I say that, like it could get really very scary if they do, like, what was it that I heard? $3,600 stimulus payments. That was one of the most ridiculous headlines I heard, and I thought, if that's true, I could totally see them doing something like milking it and saying, now everybody gets $3,600 once a quarter, and then all of a sudden by 2023 the federal government is completely bankrupt, and then Social Security, Medicaid, all of those programs are cut off entirely. And then we really do become North Korea.
Oh, my. I hope it doesn't come to that.
I hope it doesn't either. I mean, I'm an optimist a year later after the pandemic. I truly am an optimist. I thought a lot worse things last year than what I do today. But, we can never truly understand or know what the powers that be are going to do in their crazy decisions.
Mm-hmm.
Because, I mean, let's be honest, they're all about money, and we're just a price tag to them, if anything.
Right. Now they're going to they're trying to pin a inheritance tax on California.
Wow.
People will move out because of that.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's gonna blow up, and I don't know what's happening in 2021, but another COVID-like thing that nobody can truly prepare for is going to happen, like Suez Canal, when they had that blockage not too long ago. We still don't know how that's going to affect the economy in terms of prices because of shortages for products. So we'll find out about that in the near future. But I think that something else that nobody can prepare for, like a mega death earthquake, is going to happen this year.
Yeah, I believe that. Yep.
I mean, it's like
what's really gone up, though, is... Go on.
Mother Nature's had it with us, and I think that this is just time, to have fun.
My brother's in the roofing business, and boy, plywood has gone up. Oh my gosh, it's like $60, and it used to be like $11. I mean, a big difference.
I believe it. Oh yeah, I believe it for sure. Well, Donna, it was great catching up with you tonight. I really enjoyed having you on the show.
It's a pleasure.
I'm going to be back Saturday at 11 Arizona time, so I'm going to be doing a late night show going forward. I may do some weeknight shows, but be sure to subscribe, like, and share, and stay up to date on my program.
Oh, I most certainly will. Thank you so much.
For sure.
Talk to you.
Take care and good night.
Thank you. Good night.
Okay, so we have Patricia on the line, area code 205. Hello, Patricia, are you there with me?
I am. Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
I have not heard from you in forever. How have you been?
I've been well. Yes, it's been a while. Especially, I haven't talked to you since the new year have rung in. So, yeah, I missed you. And I cannot remember the beautiful soul, the beautiful young lady that would be on with you. I miss her, too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But I am well. How are you?
I'm doing great. It's great to be back. It's been like a 4-month break for me, just trying to get all of this IT stuff for the live stream tonight. But I think I've kind of got a hold of it, so we'll see what happens going forward. I'm very excited because this is truly the future of the show in astrology.
Oh, wow. Sounds exciting. Well, I'm glad to be on this show tonight with all of this new stuff you got going on. So I'm just ready. You tell me what you see and what's coming up for me, please. Thank you.
Okay, sure. Yeah, let's take a look here. Great. This one. Okay, all right. Patricia, I'm showing that your birth date is July 16th. Is that right?
No, February the 6th.
Okay, 2/6, and at what time?
7:30 p.m.
All right, and I'm sorry, that was February 6th, what year?
73,
And where were you born?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Okay, first one on the list, Alabama. I like that. That's easy to find.
Yeah.
Okay, so we got Birmingham. Perfect. I had some data loss, so I just got you back into the system again. All right.
Okay.
Perfect. So got you all set up here, and then let me just take a look at that now. Okay. Now, wasn't Eric going through some weirdness the last time that I caught up with you guys?
Yes, he was. Yes.
Is that kind of all resolved itself, or is he still dealing with that?
Oh my God. Yes, it's all resolved. And he spoke about calling you guys again to talk to you because it was his first time. And he was really going through it. But yeah, he's in a different space. It's very good. Job-wise, relationship-wise, he's not in a relationship, but he's enjoying the freedom, the healing from all of the other stuff that was going on. So, yeah, he's in a very good place.
Right. Well, that's great to hear. So, are you thinking about moving to join him? Or at least getting out of where you're at right now?
When you say, do you mean vacation-wise to get away? Or,
no, like, I mean, are you thinking,
back here.
like, do you want to go and, like, live someplace that's not here?
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it.
Because I feel like that, you're gonna do something to reconnect with him again sometime soon here, and I think the two of you guys are gonna either I want to say you're either going to come back to each other or you're going to relocate to someplace different, because it's like whatever's going on, there's like a new plan, and it has to do with money, and it has to do with spirituality, and it also has to do with family. So those three things are all going to come together, and I think that this is all very imminent for you, and I think that you would even be inclined, it would be wise if you guys were brainstorming like some new business enterprise ideas, how you can put your energies together to work for each other. You would both benefit from an operation of that sort.
Now, he's here, he moved to Michigan, but then he
came back
home
okay.
to live with. Yeah, so he's been back here since last summer, here with me. So he is living with me. But
are you guys thinking about maybe getting out of state or getting out of town just to try something new?
He always heads out of town because he's one of those free spirit type of people. He's always on the go. I have to slow him down. But myself here lately, I haven't been anywhere. One, I don't know if I mentioned it, but my daughter lost custody of the children, so back in May of last year, so I had to step up and get the children before the state got the children. So that's sort of what I've been doing because they're 4 and 7. So the oldest just started school and he's remote.
Mm-hmm.
So that's kind of like what I've been doing. I went from nursing program and part-time working to a stand-in mom.
Right.
And life kind of changed for me. Yeah, so I'm just kind of at a standstill a little bit here with making sure the babies are good. My daughter is good, and the great thing about this is we did go to court about a week ago, because we've been going periodically anyway. And it looks like she's doing the work. Well, she is doing the work, and it's very possible here that her and her children will reunite sometime after the summer. She's got a little bit more work to do, but she's doing it. So things may change. I'd love to take a vacation and get out of here. Yeah, that's probably what you see. I'm just ready to pack up when this thing folds, with her getting the kids, and I'm probably going to head out of here so fast. Yeah, you're going to be able to see my feet. I'll be running so fast for somebody's place to get out of here. So, yeah.
Do you feel like that you're bleeding money out of the sides every day?
Yes. Yes, I am.
Okay, yeah, that's not going to stop anytime soon. I'm just going to let you know that in advance, that this has to deal with the kids that you've sort of inherited unexpectedly. And that this is, and I'm sure you're aware that, kids are expensive, and that's why I choose not to have them, because that's too much money that I'd rather spend on myself. But the point is that if we know that, you're going to be going through some financial burn over at least the next 3 to 6 months, then I'm going to tell you, it's like, just try to figure out where you can cut corners. eBay really is your best friend whenever you need to buy something that's new. Amazon is not really a great idea anymore. No, it may be the best price available, but, whenever you buy from Amazon, you're really just, telling China, please come back over here and take advantage of the United States, because that's really what we want you for. And eBay, the nice thing about eBay is pretty much everything that's being sold on there is used or open box at the very least. So all of the taxes have already been paid on that merchandise. The company already made the money off of the stuff. So now you can take it home for a fraction of the price. I love eBay. I think it's great. I've never had bad experiences with it, but like even on your grocery bill, like you may decide, it's like, well, I can cut these corners because, the kids, well, they really like these things, and I really want to give that to them, but maybe I won't give them 100% of what they want. I'm only going to do 80%, because then I can use those funds to spend over here. But where I'm going with this is, Patricia, is that because you have this trend or this issue where money is a problem right now, or it's being spent very easily, let's just be mindful of what's going out the door, because that's when things really get out of control.
Mm-hmm. I totally agree. Yeah.
Yeah, and
so, but you do see money coming in, or at some point, money is gonna, it's gonna shift, right? To you, because you started to talk about that initially.
Right. Yeah, and I think that your the money situation is kind of like, it's a very much give and get. It's not just all give or all get. You're not at either one of those poles, but there's really a nice sort of flow of exchange of money in your life right now, and it may seem kind of like, I'm really spending a lot of money, or maybe I shouldn't spend $300 on their birthday presents, maybe I should only spend $100. Very basic questions. And I think that the job and the work and all of that's all going to come in for you, but where your real money's at right now is with the family. Anything that deals with family right now, that's going to be a money maker for you. Or on the opposite side of the coin, you're also going to be spending money whenever there's family involved.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So, don't beat yourself up about, all of these purchases and thinking to yourself, this is just too much and I can't handle this right now. Because this is just what's meant to happen. And, and I say this jokingly, don't be afraid to put the kids in timeout.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Yeah, they seem a little bit unruly, and you just Mama just needs some peace and quiet or alone time to read my book with no distractions. And if you need to do that, then do that, because that's mental health care, honey, and that's what you really got to focus on in today's world.
Oh, yes, absolutely. And you know what? That's exactly what grandmother do. She tells them to get down there and watch TV, and she goes off into her own little secret space, and she meditates, because I have to. And then I come back, and the 4-year-old tells me how pretty my dress is, and I know then that, that this works, so, yeah. You're absolutely right.
Yes, and I do think that vacationing for you is also something that's very likely to happen. And but if you can do it on a dime, if you can do it on a budget, like go Airbnb versus big hotels, that's an example of how something I would do to cut corners financially. Going on a vacation on a budget, definitely within the cards. Like even if you wanted to start thinking about planning that right now, it wouldn't be a bad idea, because I do think that by the fall you're definitely going to be taking a trip here soon.
Okay, and what about love? Do you see anything in the cards? Oh, well, I can't say in the cards I'm thinking of, but in the astrology about love, it's been 3 years for me, long term anyway. So I'm open and available.
Well, relationships are a little bit more of a tricky question for me to answer because of all of the time that it takes for me to do that. So if you want to get in touch with me offline and I can read your chart, that'd be great. We can focus just on that one question, and we can do that. Or the other thing that I do want to say that's a standout is your real love right now in life is your family. It's your kids. Like that brings you so much joy, and that's really what you need to focus on. And I think that when if you take the kids to sporting events or whatever it is that they're doing in their lives that keep them busy and fulfilled, then you're going to start to make other contacts. I think that you're going to be making new friends, if anything, and the friends are going to be coming by way of other people, conversations, events, other parents of kids, who are in the same program or something like that. That's where you're going to be finding that. And then that's where it starts to build, that you meet this new friend and they know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody. And before you know it, you're falling in love with somebody who's a doctor, and then you're very happy.
Oh my goodness, I have a friend that's a doctor, but then that's a long story behind that, but it's kind of on the fence, whereas initially I was not ready, and now it seems like he's not ready, but that is so ironic that you say that, but we've been knowing each other for 2 years, so we're friends, and who knows what may happen, but I'm not worried about it either way.
Yeah,
Thank you so much.
Absolutely, yes.
I
just on that relationship piece, I just want to say this and leave this with you. This is something that I'd love to break down for you in a personal consult, but your major love in life comes a little bit later than what it would for most people. And when you do meet this one love for you a little bit later on in life, this is like the person that you're going to settle down with. It's sort of like, I had to suffer my entire life without you, and now I know you. And it's not going to last for very long, because I wish it could last for our whole lives. But you know what? This is the time that I get with you, and that makes me happy.
Oh.
I had an experience recently where I really truly believe that my soulmate is somebody that is a very sort of difficult or complicated HR situation. Like there's some paperwork that would need to be signed to go down that road. And when I think about this relationship, and I think, okay, so if I meet this person in like the next 1 or 2 years, which is more than likely when it would happen, then I could be okay with that. But why didn't that relationship spark 10 years ago when we first met? Well, if I think about where I was in my life 10 years ago, that relationship wouldn't have lasted much more than 10 days if I was lucky, because I was a mess, let's be clear. I'm of the belief that once we meet the person that we're supposed to be with, if that's friendship, relationship, or otherwise, we have evolved as human beings in our journey and this path in life to get to wherever it is that we need to be. So now that person is in our life, that's really the right time for that to happen. It's like, I quit smoking recently, so a lot of my contacts in my life who used to be smokers, I don't really talk to anymore, because I don't have a whole lot of reason to. We don't have a whole lot in common, never did to begin with, and not to mention I just don't find that lifestyle appealing anymore. So on that note, if I was a heavy cigarette smoker for 13 years, there's a reasonable expectation that all of my dates or friends would have always been smokers themselves. I would have probably not gone out with a non-smoker just because of my choices. But today, I realize as a non-smoker, I don't want to be with smokers because that's weird. That's not who I am anymore. But also that I have evolved to the point to where I'm able to give up, this thing that I really love to live a healthy, fulfilled lifestyle, which is what I'm doing today. And those are the types of people that I'm going to attract. So the example I always give is I decided to quit smoking. So my future partner is going to be a physician, a doctor, or a surgeon rather than a stripper, a bartender, or a bouncer.
Well put.
Two
I
sides of
love
the
it.
same coin.
Exactly. Oh my God, that was beautiful. Thank you so much again. And I know you said you'll be on this weekend, so
Yes.
I'll be looking forward to hearing from you, speaking to you again.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll be here Saturday night at 11 Arizona time.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right, take care and good night. Catch up with you soon.
All right.
Good
Take
night.
care. Bye bye.
Okay, so we are going to get to Tamika here. Tamika, are you with me?
Yes, I am with you.
Okay, great. Hi. Hey, have you been?
I'm good. I've been good. How have you been?
I've been doing okay. It's been a while. So, did you ever get that new job?
I don't think so. I think I might be at the same. When was the last time I spoke with you?
I want to say it was like in November. It was before the new year.
Oh, okay. I think I'm still the same one because the one I'm at now, I came to it in November 2019.
Yeah, and people were bullying you on the job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that. Okay. All right. I do I had some data loss here, so can I get your birth data again?
Sure. It's 9378.
And then what time?
I was always told around 7 a.m., 7:30 a.m. in the morning.
7:30. Okay. And you were born in Kingston, right? In Jamaica?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. All right. And great. Let me pull this up here. Okay. Great. Are you watching the live stream tonight?
Is it on YouTube?
Yeah, the
no,
YouTube
Actually, I
one.
was trying to. I'm just like in a dark room right now. I'm like, Bob, like getting ready for bed soon.
Oh, okay, it's no problem. But yeah, there is a live stream on my show, so you'll have to catch that next time, or even pick it up on my YouTube channel here. But I'm taking a look at your chart right
cool.
now, to see what's going on with you, and let me see. So what is this? Where did that go? Okay. No. So we'll do like that. Okay. And so you're still in the same job then with radiology, wasn't it?
Oh, cardiology.
Cardiology. Okay. And are you still looking for new work?
Yes.
Okay. Are you in the same field or in something completely different?
I would love something completely different, but if I have to do the same field just to get out of where I am, I'd be happy with that. I'm just dying for like change with that and like with love and with moving.
Okay. I think you may even want to do like cardiology.
That's what I'm doing right now, and I don't like it. Crazy.
What department did you work before?
Before I came here in 2019, I was working in gastroenterology and cardiology, and it's just not for me. It's just too crazy.
Okay. Are you thinking about going back to school right now?
If I had the opportunity for something I like, I wouldn't mind doing it.
Okay, because I get the sense that you would benefit from going to school right now, if that was an option in your life, if you were able to make the time for that. That's something that that would really open things up for you, just because, that it's. I want to say it's like the career that you're in right now. is almost as good as it's going to get, meaning that like there's just some additional training or knowledge or certifications that you need to have under your belt to get you into that next level, to the next tier of whatever it is that you want to do work wise. So this particular position, I just feel like you've maxed out that potential and you're just ready for the next new thing here. But and it's going to be coming. So I think that if you went to school, that's going to be the push or the kick that you need to really get into that new industry, this would be the time to do it. And especially anything that's an online school or virtual distance learning, those you would benefit from all of those platforms right now.
Mm-hmm. I'll look into it.
Yeah, so I think that school is a big thing for you. Are you doing anything creative, artistic right now?
No, the only thing that I do is like put different outfits together when I get inspiration, and that's kind of costly. But that's the only thing that I do, and I do definitely wish I had a more creative outlet. I used to be really artistic when I was younger, but right now all I do is work, and I kind of funnel my creative energy into that, like different clothing pieces. Like if I get inspiration for it, but that like I said, like that gets costly, you know.
Right.
I know that's not the only thing that someone can do.
Oh yeah, you can pick up a pencil and paper and start sketching. Use some crayons for drawing or whatever you'd like to do. I think that. Would you say that it's accurate that your life is just kind of like eat, work, sleep right now?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's just sort of like eat, work, sleep. Every day feels the same. I just can't wait for this life to end because I'm really just kind of getting sick of it.
Yeah, I feel like I'm going down.
Yeah,
you just kind of look forward to the weekend. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
and the weekend you end up just going to spend money on wasting it, basically. Like nothing. It's just nothing going on. Yeah.
Okay. Have you thought about moving out of the city, like to a new city or state?
I want to. I really do want to, really badly. I just don't see a way right now with the current job. I got a job there because I was hoping that maybe I could relocate to Florida with it, but they just don't seem like they're going to allow that to happen for me.
Uh-huh.
So I'm kind of like at a dead end. But I've always wanted to move out of New York. I've been mentally checked out of here for like 5-6 years now.
Now, do you work for a doctor's office or a hospital?
Yeah, a doctor's office.
Okay,
it's like a little.
Mm-hmm.
It's like a doctor's facility that has like different medical departments, and I work in a department in there.
Okay, and have you ever tried to do something to where have you ever tried to apply for a hospital job before?
I've been assigned to the hospital.
Not to nurse per se, but just to be like an MA or do something like that.
Yeah, I've been assigned to the one in my area, but I had the big one in my area, and I haven't gotten like any kind of leeway. Like I don't know what's wrong. I just can't seem to get in with them.
Have you? No. I mean, I want to see you doing like hospitalist kinds of jobs. But expand your search. Don't just do in town. Like look for the types of companies that are out of state that are going to relocate you. I mean, I think that there is a huge, profound, big change about to happen with the way that you do life. It's just that you don't have the information to do that yet because I think you're just sort of too focused or too narrow-minded about what it is that you really want. So if we can get you into a position that's, out of this location in another state, which is probably not really what you're looking for right now, but if you can expand that search, then
90 seconds.
Then I know that you're going to find what you're looking for job-wise. And by the way, I know it says the IVR is going to say it's going to cut off, but we're going to still keep going here until this is done.
Okay.
All right. So, so I mean, I think that you just need to expand out of state, and then you're going to start to notice that those jobs will open up for you. And I really think that the stagnancy that you feel right now, that's all work related, and that can you can make that go
60
away.
seconds.
We just have to get you into that right position.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think the job. I don't think the job is going to be in New York. I think it's going to be someplace else because, your chart's just looking like I'm ready for something new. And if you're going to make me drink this water again, I'm going to throw it back at you.
Yeah, I really feel like I'm just dying. Like the job I'm at is just really negative, and then I went to an interview this week, and the job I thought of taking it. But the one aspect about it I didn't like is that it was like up in like on the floor of the building. It didn't have any windows, and that bothered me. And the job I have, even though it's just like not for me, and also it's
10
close to the
seconds.
exit, so it's like by windows, and like that enough was like making me debate whether or not I want to leave it. Like it's crazy stuff that like I'm thinking of like that. Just the fact that I see windows every day in this sucky job, that makes me kind of like hesitant to go to the new job, this other job. Like, and I know that shouldn't be a factor, but my mind is kind of like so desperate like that, just trying to have like glimmers of happiness each day in the hell I'm in, that I'm willing to stick to the crappy job just because it has windows, and the other one that I just interviewed for didn't.
Have you ever tried speed dating before?
Speed dating? No.
I know that this has become a thing that's gotten increasingly popular on online platforms because of the whole pandemic thing. So like a lot of groups that would normally do like dating for singles or that kind of thing, they ended up going into like this virtual platform or Zoom meeting where everybody's connecting and, going on like little 5-minute date chats with people. It never really goes anywhere, but it's something that I got into the practice of doing recently, where I would look for these single groups that were in different states actually. And I would sign up for like a singles night for speed dating, and I'd talk to however many people. I'd usually be lucky if I got like one call or email back as a result of those meetings. But it was really sort of a very enlightening experience, because it's basically the equivalent of getting molested by somebody that you don't want to touch you, because it's just, you have all these cold hands on you, they're asking questions, you're being judged that entire time that you're in that little meeting room talking, and you only get 5 minutes to make a first impression, and then that's it. I've gotten to like that because I have crippling issues with rejection and people being nasty to me and all of this stuff. So, I mean, at least I can just kind of let it all hang out, and it truly doesn't matter because there's a screen that divides me and the other person, and I may or may not see them again. So if it's left into the past, then just leave it there. I'm mentioning this to you because, I mean, like, the interview process sort of feels like speed dating, especially when it comes to finding the right employer, because it's not just about, the job features or the pay or all of that. It's, what is the company all about? Is the company good? Do you want to work for them? Is that an employer that you want to be proud of to say that you work for them? And that's the kinds of questions that you need to ask in an interview is, my favorite question is, on a scale of 1 to 10, how would you rate this company's ability to give a new employee all of the tools that they need to succeed on the job? That's like a great interview question to ask an employer. And it's a loaded question, and they have to say 100% because they're not going to disparage their brand, which is why you ask that, because you gauge how they respond. And if their response is just kind of like looking the other way, sort of like, I know I shouldn't say this, then that tells you, yeah, I don't want to work here.
That's interesting. I will definitely use that next time I go on an interview.
Yeah, that's always a really fast way to tell if this is a company that you want to work for, is ask them a couple of probing questions about how they operate the company, and based on whatever difficulties you've experienced at other companies. And so it's like, that this particular area is an issue because nobody wants to address it. It's too complicated. The system doesn't work. Whatever the issue is, if you poke questions around that particular area that everybody in the industry knows is a problem, the way that the employer responds to that question is going to tell you if that's a reputable company that's going to be worthwhile to your mental health. Because being bullied on the job is increasingly becoming an issue for you, or it has been in the past.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Tamika, I think that just open your search to other states, and you'll be happy with what you find. So,
looking for that.
Yeah, and really kind of set your sights. Like, this needs to be your mantra every day. Every day that you wake up and you go to work and drink this water that you don't want to drink, or whatever analogy you want to use. Tell yourself, I am only doing this so that way I can get out of New York. I woke up today because this is getting me out of New York so I can start a new life. Just your mantra needs to be, I'm getting out of New York and I'm going to make that happen. I will make that happen. Just continue to repeat that and you'll believe it's true, and you'll take all of those steps to make that happen, to make that possible.
Does it Okay. Do you see where I should go? Like sometimes I wonder that too, like where would be best for me, you know?
That's a question for a psychic because your chart doesn't tell me so much. I mean, I can do some astrology stuff, but that would be like in a private consult because that takes some time to break down. But what all I do know about your chart for sure is that where you are going is not New York. It's not going to be probably even the same state that you're in. You're going to be crossing state lines and going someplace else to start a new adventure for your on you, where you are the lead character, and this is my story.
I do want that.
Yeah, and that's where you're headed. You're gonna get it. It's just how hard is Tamika willing to fight for the things that she really wants? That's what you need to ask yourself. Because you're fighting an uphill battle right now, and the only way you're gonna win it is by fighting it.
Yeah. I've been fighting for a long time, and I'm starting to feel the fight coming out of me now, and that's bad.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't recommend picking up any knives or throwing stars or anything like that because you would be a little bit dangerous if you got very angry with somebody. Well, Tamika, it was great to have you on the show tonight. I'm going to be back Saturday night at 11 p.m. Arizona time and other pop-up shows during the week, but be sure to come back in the future and let me know how it turns out.
I will. I wanted to know, do you see anything in my chart about love or anything like that?
About love and like relationships?
Yeah.
Sure, let me take a look at that.
There was someone I was seeing. He kind of came back. He was someone that, at the job I was at before this one, I was involved with him. And he texted me last Friday. And I never forgot about him. I really do care about him. I don't know if he knows how deeply I still do.
Okay, so you're kind of thinking about maybe like, should I get back together with this guy?
Yeah, but I don't want to pursue him. I've just been laying low. I would like it to be I want it to be all or nothing with him, because I did try very hard with him, and I feel like he knows how much I care about him.
Okay, yeah, let me take a look here, see what's going on with that. All right, so we got that one, and then where did this go? Okay, yeah, does it seem like with this guy that things are sort of, you're back in that bubble of everything is okay again and we can be in a relationship together? Is that sort of what it feels like?
In my head, but he hasn't given me any kind of indication for that. The only thing he's done is this Friday, he finally contacted me after not hearing from him since January, and he just kind of tried to flirt.
Right. Okay.
And yeah, it's in my head. I don't know if what's in his head, but
and I will say this, that it is. I don't want to say that the relationship is going to happen because I don't have his chart, so I'm unable to speak to another person's actions or how you guys would work together. But based on your information, it looks like that at the bare minimum, whatever this falling out was about, looks like you guys had a fight about something. That nonsense is over. That bullshit's in the past, and that hatchet has been buried. So if you feel like that, you can be his friend again, then that's true. You definitely can be his friend again. But, don't expect to go back into, this bubble where everything's perfect, because that's going to take some time. That's, and guys are weird. Let me just tell you in advance. So I do think that, that as far as at least at the bare minimum, you have a friend. So, I mean, that's always good. You can go out to coffee or for a drink or whatever you'd like to do. And so on that, and that sense, you do have him back in the picture. But as far as a love relationship, yeah, on that person, not so much. I think the real love relationship you're looking for, that's probably going to come in about another 2 years or so. I think that's also going to have to do with the move. This is somebody that you don't meet in New York where you're at right now. It's going to be someplace different.
Does my chart say anything about children for me?
About children in particular? What specifically about children? There's a number of questions I could ask about that.
I guess if I'll ever have children.
Okay, so simply to be a mother.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have reproductive complications or issues? Like there's some morbidity regarding you having kids?
I think I might. I think I might
Yeah.
because
Hmm.
yeah, it's just something that like has to do like fibroids. I think I don't know the extent of how much it's affecting me with that in that aspect, but I don't know exactly what my issue is. But I think I might.
See, this would speak to me more like a disease or perhaps, like a pre-existing condition of like the uterus, perhaps a venereal disease in the past that, ballooned out of control in an infection. But, there's something reproductive in that whole system of the body that's just not working the way that it's supposed to. So could you have kids? Yes, but it's definitely going to be an uphill battle if you want to make that happen. And I think that you would probably be wise to start addressing a lot of if this is truly a goal of yours, you would be wise to address some of those reproductive issues just because that's really the block in why you're unable to have kids. It's like if you went out and had one, decided, I'm going to go out and, get laid and I'm going to have a kid and we're just going to conceive him tonight. If you did that, that's not going to end well for you. I'm sorry, it's not. Because there's some health issues that need to be addressed. And so I think that if you're thinking about that, yeah, I would see a doctor and talk about some of the bigger questions in that regard.
Right. Yeah. I have. I need to continue with it. Yeah.
Well, Tamika, it was great to have you on the show tonight. I do hope to hear back from you in the near future, and let me know how it's turning out. And if you want to talk offline and discuss in your chart, how we can get some of the stagnant energy, or how you're just feeling so sick of everything. How to make that kind of work for you and channel those energies in other ways. I can definitely break that down for you in a private consult offline.
Oh wow, that might be good. Maybe how does someone get in contact with you? Like if they want to talk to you like this weekend or so.
Yeah, so just for everybody who's listening, if you go out to eastrologer.net, which is my website, I don't even think it's listed in the BTR show page, but eastrologer.net is my website. For all of my show subscribers, I do have a promotional rate, a one question analysis, basic analysis for $39. That's basically like a 15 to 20 minute reading, similar to what you get here on the air with me. The main difference, though, is that we can very specifically focus on the one question that you'd really like to discuss. If that's about, like, when am I going to fall in love? Or when am I going to move? When am I getting the new job? Or even Tamika, in your case, everything is just kind of crap, and we know that the future is going to be decent for you. But how do we make you mentally sane in this meantime, so that you can get the result that you really want? That's another use for that basic analysis session that I can do for you. And just contact me on eastrologer.net and and I have your birth information, so that always makes things easy too.
Yeah, I really could use that. That sounds good. Maybe this week when I get paid, I'll see if I could do that.
Yeah, for sure. It'd be great to hear from you, and then I can tell you, like the alchemy of your chart. I'm working on a commercial for our Saturday show, which will probably be a 2-hour program. And one of the things that I love about this work is that this is alchemy. So, time does not happen in a vacuum. So you don't just wake up one day and say, I'm depressed, or my body's broken, or my wife is leaving me. That doesn't happen. There were a lot of things along the way that led up to that particular event. And maybe you chose to ignore the telltale signs. Or, if you're like me and our other caller, Donna, earlier tonight, we have this very similar trend of I can either go out and create problems for myself by being an idiot, or I can help other people with their problems. And so, we just kind of have to figure out if that, in your case, you're feeling stagnant or stuck. What is it that you're doing that's making you feel that way? And how do we modify that behavior to make you feel empowered? Because that is a thing and it can happen.
Yeah, I do. I feel like I either cry or go and spend money on stuff to make me feel momentarily good. That's the point that I'm at, to just try to get away for a moment from my reality.
Have you thought about
And there's things I should be grateful for. Sorry. There's things I should still be grateful. Like, I'm grateful that, I have a roof and my mom's still around and a home to live in, but it's not perfect. It's not at all. And I know that there's ways I should have been nurtured, I guess, that I wasn't. In relationships, I paid the price for that in them, and it's just like a lot. So it's just, I don't know. I'm not good at confrontation and speaking up for myself, especially at work.
Are you thinking about are you thinking about going on a vacation or anything like that right now? Just getting away out of town.
I really did think about it, but then I thought about like, oh well, bad things could happen to like a woman if she goes away to like someplace like Cancun by herself or something. You know, thinking about stuff like that. Like, wait a minute, what am I thinking about doing this alone? Never did it alone. So I thought a bit, but then I think about that. Like, wait a minute, that's dangerous.
No, oh no, you would really
And
benefit.
I thought about it. Yeah.
You need a vacation so bad that this is
I know.
this is truly what God ordered, and like the doctor, like do this now, truly now. Like go out and put some money on your credit card and say, you know, this isn't even fancy, you know, like this is in upstate New York, or you know, this is in some place that's not New York City.
Oh my God. You know, it's so crazy you just said that. I mean, I thought of Cancun and Cabo because of stuff you see on like Instagram online. But then I even thought about, what if I just checked myself into a hotel, like even upstate? Like I was looking for spa resorts near me in New York, and it's not really that many because New York just sucks like that. But I was even looking up stuff like that, like ones upstate. Maybe I could just put myself away for
Well, you know,
a
like
couple of days.
it's
just
funny.
Stay in a room.
I work in retail order management and a call center, and you know, every so often we'll get people who call from New York, and like I'll get a lot of people who call from the city. But one of the places that I do know about the New York State area that you might be interested in, that I've gotten great feedback from consumers who left the city, is go to Suffern. It's about 2-3 hours from where you're at, I think. It's upstate. People just love it, and they say that I lived in the city my whole life, and then I moved to Suffern out in the country, and I didn't know how much I really love this lifestyle.
Is that Connecticut?
No, Suffern, New York. Sufforn, I think is how they spell it.
Okay, I'll look it up.
Yeah, it's upstate, and it's let me just take a look. Oh no, it's Suffern. That's how you spell it. And it's
Okay.
yeah, Suffern, New York. It's upstate. What you'll like about it is it's a very nature kind of place. Like there's not a whole lot, like as far as, you know, like fancy city kinds of amenities that you're used to in the big city. All of that's kind of gone. It's really sort of a smaller suburb out in nature, so you can really spend some time to meditate or go on a, you know, a river walk or whatever it is that you like to do. I mean, that's the kind of recharging that you really need more than anything else right now.
Yeah, I will look it up. I really will.
Yeah, okay, great. So that'll be that's Suffern, New York. So that's upstate, and that's not too far from you. And then I think you could probably even take a bus up there and make it even cheaper. So you wouldn't have to spend so much on travel expenses.
Oh, cool. From the city, from like Greyhound or something. Okay.
Oh yeah, you could definitely do something like that because it's just a couple of hours away.
Okay.
So I am going to be back on Saturday night, so be sure to give me a call then, and then we'll have to catch up.
Yeah, for sure. I will. I'll call you Friday night, tell you how my week went.
All right, we'll do. Well, it was great to have you on the show tonight, Tamika. Until next time, take care and good night.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, take care. Bye. Okay, so we're going to get to our last caller of the night here at area code 425. Okay, I guess not. So I guess they just hung up. Perfect. So that's the end of the show for everybody tonight. We've cleared out the queue here on the Uranus Happen Show. It was great having you here. It was a Tuesday night, but like I said, I'll be back on Saturday at 11 p.m. Arizona time for a 2-hour slot. And I'll be back with you guys then. For all other things Uranian Astrology, be sure to go over to eastrologer.net. And if you did receive a live reading here on the show, be sure to go over to my website and leave me some feedback to let me know how you liked your reading tonight. Well, everybody, it was real as always. It was great having you, and I will see you guys next time. Until then, take care and good night. Good luck and Godspeed.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.